What up, guys? This is your boy, Mr. Bennett here again. Seems like something running on the background. Alright, guys, you know, if you share the live, right? Some more people can join. Yeah, guys, so let's share it so other people can join. Want this to be no more than an hour or so. Alright, so let's go. Alright, come on. One is always pretty straightforward. And it says, which of the following are considered to be computer hardware? It's like every one of them start that way. So let me just get my tool ready. So number one, as usual, is output device. Number two, now, what does the 64-bit mean in this specification? And this is the Pentium. So let's go. What is the answer for that, guys? The processor can process 8 characters at one time. I did that on another paper. Number three, now, in modern personal computer, the CPU speed is measured is it nanoseconds, milliseconds, megahertz, or gigahertz? Everyone should know that. Wow. So that is gigahertz. Modern. So it's nowadays computers. Which of the following devices produce a soft copy? Is it A, printer? Is it B, plotter? Is it C, monitor? Or is it D, microfilm? So soft copy, right? That would be monitor. Can't touch it. All right, so let's see if 5 is working. Oh, 5 is up there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's go to 5. The smallest unit of storage in a computer. Is it A? Is it a bit? Is it B? Is it a byte? Or is it a kilobyte or a gigabyte? And bit. Remember, bits make up byte. So that means bit is the smallest. Which of the following is a hardware interface specifically designed for use by a visual impaired person? Is it A, natural language? Is it B, braille keyboard? Or is it C, touchscreen? Oh God, that one did not there. Why don't I do that? If you're blind, why you got to touch it? Oh Jesus, some people are different here. Alright, so that would be braille, right? And you know them do them feel it and do them feel it. Alright, so let's go. How many states can be a bistable device assumed? Can you see the word bi? You know, say that. Actually, I have to look it up though. Even though I go on, so I cannot say from the word bi. Alright, so 8 now. The task of keeping a company's data, files, and software organized through the cataloging and storing of tapes and disks is made up of. Is it IT manager? Or is it the file librarian? Or is it C, a system analyst? Or is it D, a data administrator? Now we have seen this one so many times. It's the file librarian, just like how them store book. You know, like when I read the book, them, you know. Yeah, I'll pull up a book space. Ah boy. Number 9 now. What does the spell check feature attempt do? Is it indicate spelling errors? Or is it B, restrict unwanted words? Or is it C, restrict unwanted characters? Or is it indicate spelling of grammatical errors? Yeah, man. All right. So let's go. I don't know the shirt's already. So we're gonna move on to number 10 and see what number 10 has in store for us. So number 10 says, which of the following is not a function of the control unit? And we have done this so many times. But again, if persons are just joining for the first, welcome. Your other money, so you can print it out, all right? So that is to perform arithmetic operations. All the rest are functions. And guys, you can literally prepare for paper 2 with these. So we know, so the CU, it do all of them function here. It read and interpret machine instruction to coordinate operations of the internal register, to control sequencing of machine instruction. It do all of these. Only this it don't do. So you can prepare for your paper 2 also. All right. So let's go to number 11. The 4-bit binary representation of decimal number 8 is, this is my interpretation of it. And thanks to the person who told me that there will be no binary. Guys, remember I'm a math teacher, alright? So certain things might miss me. Just have to love technology, alright? Alright, so 2 into 8 goes 4 times. The remainder, REM represents remainder. Sanjay, hold it down, man, please. Alright. Yeah, my son, that 2 into that goes, so that will leave 0. 2 into 4 goes 2 times, remainder 0. Remember, when I get 1 here, so 2 into 2 goes 1, remainder 0. I'll read it from up, so that would be D 1000. Let's see what's in store for us. So far, so good. Let's see what number 12 says. Let's go up some more. So it said the subject form, it gives the name and blah, 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 subject, whatever. Which of the following types of document is shown in the picture? Is it source, or is it B, turn around, or is it machine readable, or is it human readable? That would be A, B rather, sorry. Turn around. Turn around. All right, which of the following printer is more suitable for high-speed printing? Bold type of printing. Is it A, dot matrix, or is it B, thermal, or is it C, inkjet, or is it a super fast printing laser? Remember, guys, laser. All right, so that would be D. All right. 14 now. Which of the following is a communication mode that transfers signal between two connected devices in one direction only? All right. It's very, very important. What do you guys know about the half duplex? Is it the half duplex? It's only one direction. So the half duplex now, it allows for information or something to transfer one direction, however, one at a time. So for example, walkie-talkie, will come to you attack. No, that's not the right example. But what it half duplex do is one person at a time. So like A go first. Let's do a little demonstration. This I'm coming up paper too. So A attack, so it goes up the direction there. But after the person they finish, it's like a B can send no. So that is not half duplex, it was actually simplex. Simplex only allowed for one, and most naturally duplex allows for both to back and forth at the same time. Alright, hope that clear qualitative. As you can come on the paper too. Alright, number 15. A system that analyzes data and uses rule and previous information to deliver possible decision is called, is it A robot machine? Is it B, an expert system? Is it C, a biometric machine? Or is it D, a mainframe computer? And we should know expert. It's an expert system. Biometric and something there, a fingerprint, right? I don't know what is a mainframe inside though. And let's look at 16 in the URL. Guys, not telling you like no video in it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you don't like it, that's all. Alright. In the URL, hp.shoes.com stands for the, is it A, the extension, or is it B, the company name? Is it C, the domain name? And is it D, the internet company? So that stands for the domain name. Very important. Let's go to 17. The primary storage device that holds the data currently being processed by the computer is known as a, is it the read-only memory, or is it the random access memory, or is it the programmable RAM, which is the RAM, or is it the erasable and programmable RAM, EPROM? We know that 17 is the random access memory. This is where it is stored temporarily. All right, so let's go on to number 18. An official of a company X sells confidential information about his company to company Y. What is the term used for this type of information misuse? Is it A, identity theft? Identity theft is when somebody stole your identity, like and pretending to be you, or computer fraud. It's not computer fraud. Is it industrial espionage or electronic eavesdropping? Now, eavesdropping is when it's they're listening to your conversation, right? But industrial espionage is when you sell information. I don't want to use, I don't think well, I don't think it's only sell alone. Once you take someone's information and give it to someone else, that would be industrial espionage. Tell me what you think about that. What if somebody do it for free? Say you don't charge the other person, but you just do it with malicious intent, right? So it's still industrial espionage. So let's go to number 19. Brenda entered 2061 instead of 2016 in a form. What type of error does this represent? Is it A, transpositional, B, typographical, C, proofreading, or is it D, spelling? No, nobody would fall for spelling. So it's just a position, transpositional. So guys, this is a transpose. Just like a maths, you know? I swear a maths. So 19 is A. Why couldn't it be typographical though? What's typographical? Explain that in the comment section. What's typographical? Number 20, data that has been processed and has meaning is termed as, is it A, information, is it B, database, is it C, storage, or is it D, output? Now, data, once it's processed, it becomes information. Once it becomes meaningful or useful, the government needs to go and collect data to see how many students are without tablets, and then we can, put that in a report, and it becomes information to the public. All right, I'm just trying to use that for people to understand exactly what is that. Let's go to number 21. We're going pretty fast, guys, but that's okay. Records on magnetic tape are stored. Is it A, directly? Is it B, randomly? Or is it C, sequentially? Or is it D, indexed sequentially? So it is stored sequentially. All right. So you have to go to 2 before you go to 3. No matter that. All right. Number 22. Go ahead and answer, guys. Tomorrow is the exam. I want to wish everyone all the very best. Not just in your exam, but in life. All right. I think we probably have a disagreement with 22. I think there were two possible answers. No, just one, Which of the following statement is not true of a 3.5 floppy disk? Pictures and text can be stored. That is true. Storage capacity is typically around 1.44 megabyte. That is true. Information can be accessed more quickly than magnetic disks. I was a bit shocked because I was saying, yo, to get information from a floppy disk, that can take longer than something there. That was my first initial thing. But when I look and I saw a large amount of data can be stored, and I'm wondering, I'm still not sure. As when I do understand when it's a large amount of data. Because if it's words, it can store a lot of data in a words, But I'm not sure if it's that they mean. So please give your opinion on this one. Let me see if the floppy disk is faster. Guys, I'm still not 100%, but I'm way better. All right. Let us see what the internet thinks about that. I'm a bit curious. All right, guys. I did a little research, and according to this, what it tells me is that in terms of speed, the registers is the fastest, the RAM is very fast, floppy disk very slow, and the hard disk is moderate. So D would be the answer because all right. So let's go to 23. You got Mr. Gill, IT teacher, a real G. You got Mr. Query too. Don't know the things that big up the entire St. Mary's College staff. So let's move on to 23. Which of the following protocols allow users in different countries to talk to each other? Is it the IP, the viewer IP? Is it the FTP or the HTTP? And that is B. All right, let's go. Remember that one, guys. These unusual ones, they're more likely to come back. Which of the following can be termed application software? Is it DOS, Linux, Mac, Internet Explorer? This was done on 2020 paper. Nevertheless, if you're here for the first time, welcome. Serenity is very happy to have you here, and that is D. I actually did this one, but I'm gonna do it again. All right. What is the result of the following operations on this one? Let's start it. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. I was gonna do these, but my subscribers have told me that it's not necessary, so I won't be doing it again. And both of them are in base 2, so I'm supposed to just start them. Alright. So 1 and 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 and 1 is basically 10 because I cannot have 2, right? 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So that would be C. And that's usually too much for you. I wish you all the best in your maths exam. Alright. Which of the following is best suited for batch processing? Batch processing. Is it A, is it salary preparation? Is it B, online gaming? Is it C, flight simulation? Or is it D, theater booking? All right, so that would be salary preparation. And that is why we are doing this, right? Because we want to kind of even get a salary at the end of the day. So that is A, salary preparation. Ari interacts with his computer by entering word-based instructions via the keyboard. This is an example of which of the following interface? Is it A, menu-driven? Is it B, graphical user? Is it C, keyboard-driven? Or is it D, command-driven? Again, this was on a previous paper, command-driven. So you can look out for that, guys. You're gonna repeat, you're gonna repeat, you're gonna repeat. 28, shirt size from 8 to 18 were entered in an inventory. Which of the following is a suitable check to ensure that the correct shirt size is entered? Is it A, range? Is it B, verification? Is it C, inconsistency? Or is it D, reasonableness? And that would be range. Difference between the smallest and the largest. All right, 29. An advantage of electronic information processing is it A, training of staff? Is it B, less human intervention? Or is it C, less savings on hard copies? Or is it D, increased amount of equipment? Type in that one fast, guys. An advantage, so a good of electronic information processing. Always good, less human, right? And it makes sense. All right, we're halfway there, Let's go, guys, let's go. Which of the following is an example of a physical access restriction used to secure data? Is it A, firewall? Is it B, password? Is it C, encryption? Is it C, encryption? Or is it D, biometric system? Which of the following is an example of physical access restriction, right? Physical. So from I can't firewall, I can't them there, right? It have to be by you, metrical, by your finger physical. I wanna get physical, physical. YouTube, we have flag me to come sing that now. No one today. Whoever listen and something, no one to yo. Alright, select or highlight in a paragraph creates a file, a merge, a block, a document. So we know it's a block, right? Yeah, that was done on a previous paper. Again, if you're just watching, check out my previous videos and things. 32. Which of the following button can be used to fully justify? And we know that it is D. Fully justified. Alright, let's move on to 33. A primary key that comprises two or more field name is called, is it a foreign key? Is it B, an alternate key? Is it C, a composite key? Or is it D, a candidate key? Just like in maths, where composite function, you combine two or more functions, this is the same thing. So the answer is composite. Guys, are you seeing the relationship between maths and IT? Maths is awesome. Yes, it is. But you only hate it. Awesome. Alright, let's look at 34. Which of the following is not part of the website maintenance? Is it A, selecting a domain name? Is it B, adding new pages needed? Or is it C, changing web contents as necessary? Or is it D, removing hyperlinks that are no longer required? Removing hyperlinks that are no longer required. And that is 34. Let's type in the answer. And it is that. Right? To maintain it, guys, domain name are going to be there forever, right? Once I create it, domain name are going to exist. All right. So a student is engaged in preparing a project for submission of his work in MS Word. He wishes to have his students under his student number appear on top of each evenly numbered page, and his name appeared at the top of each odd number page. Which of the following word processing features should he use? Is it A, header, B, footer, C, manual typing, or is it D, copy and paste? Ah, boy. So which is it, guys? This is something. Oh, sorry about that. So it is the header. But it couldn't mistake concept. Put all the one below, right? Just like your head and your foot. My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes. My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes. Alright, let's move on to 36. Which of the following? It give you that. I hope you guys looking at that. And it asks you, which of the following types of chart is not suitable for representing the data above? And we did that already. Pie chart, right? This makes no sense because they're two different here. We are going to represent that on a pie. Let's move on to 37 without further ado. Which of the following is the default justification number in spreadsheet? Is it A, left, B, full centered, or is it right? That's the answer for that, guys. D. Right. Let's move on to 38. We're going on fine, guys. We're going on fine. Thanks to persons who like the video. So Bennett, appreciate you so much. You are awesome. Awesome. Slides can be arranged using the slide sorter. Now let's spend over time for this. So I'm going at the parties, right? 39 now. The use of speaker notes in presentation software. A, help to organize slides. B, helps the audience to read them. What? Helps the audience to read them. Insert sound into the presentation. Remind the presenter what to say about each slide. And that is to insert sound. If it's speaker, no more sound. All right, let's move on to 40. Which of the following types of software should be used? Which of the following types of software should be used for applications that involve repetitive numerical calculation? We did that already. Is it not database? It's definitely spreadsheet. Excel. All right. Which of the following characteristics must two database tables have in order for them to be linked? Is it a composite key? We look at compositor recently, right? Which of the following characteristics must be used to have in order for them to be linked? Is it A, composite keys, B, the same data in all tuples, at least two tuples in a table, or D, at least a common attribute name? The name must be common. They must have that in common, all right? So 41 would be D. What about 42 now, guys? Let's go. All right. So which of the following effect is a special animation effect where the information fades after it is has been presented? Guys, now next such there's a word you know what a demeter dim, right? So I go with this. If you have a if anybody have a different answer, just let me know. Alright. Now we some time on that. Alright, 43 now. 43 to 45 refer to the following spreadsheet. The values in column B should be formatted using A, is it comma format, B, money format, C, currency format, D, percentage format. What is in column B? So column B are this, right? This will be price. So it's currency. Since it's price, it should be currency. It's money, 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 money. I know the ladies on here, you love money so much. All right, 44. Which formula should be placed in cell E2 to obtain the stock balance? So let me go back to it. E2. So this is E2. And the stock balance would be the number in stock minus what's sold. So this is what? C2. So it's C2 minus D2. C2 minus D2. Let me see if that is the option. And that's option A. So 44 is A. Let's go on to 45. Which of the function to display the text LOW in cell G2 is it if blah 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 or if da 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 da. So let's go back up to the diagram. that would be C based off what I'm seeing. Alright, so that would be C. Let's move on to 46. Which of the following code structure does if then else construct belong? Is it iteration, selection, repetition, or is it sequencing? And that is E. Thank you guys so much for being wonderful. So very much appreciate you all. Wish you all the best. If you're just joining, please remember to watch the video from the front so you can get these, and there are several other videos you can make. When breaking down simple problem into a logical step, what statement instruction should be used? What word? When breaking down a simple problem into into its logical steps, what statement instruction would the adding of the two numbers be? Is it A, a process, an output, or an input, or storage? That would be a process. Yeah. All right, 48. What is the name given to an identifier that always holds the same value? Is it constant, variable, location, or storage? As the name suggests, constant. Never, 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 never change. Never, never, never change. Remain constant, remain loyal. Alright, so we are at 49 now. Item 49 refers to the following algorithm, and it's a write price, read price, VAT price 15%, or write VAT. Which line contains the processing statement? Is it 1, where it's a write enterprise? Is it 2? Is it 2, where it's a read price? Is it 3, VAT is equal to price times 15%, or is it D, right, VAT? That's the answer for 49, guys. Did this one on 2020 paper also. That is C. Right. Let's just look at number 50. Just try down this so everyone can see. The term top-down stepwise refinement is used in a programming means A, is it A, break down a complex problem into a set of simple subproblems, or is it B, select the best solution to a complex problem, dividing a complex problem into two halves, or creating several solutions to the problem? So that is A, to break it down into simpler form. Let's move on to 51. Let's go here. So, when implementing a program, in which of following steps comes after executing? Is it A, linking? Is it B, compiling? Or is it C, maintaining? Or is it D, interpreting? So we're at 51. What's the answer for that, guys? I did that on a previous paper. It is maintaining. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the exam. Do you guys feel like you are ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready to rumble? All right, this was done as a C1 unknown answer. Which of the following is not a high-level programming language? C good, Java good, Pascal good. It is assembly. All right, so let's move on. I don't want this to pass an hour, guys, because I know you guys want to go and study. 53, the last step in solving a problem is to test the solution. specify the design, evaluate the solution, or develop a algorithm. Which is it? The last step. Alright. This will be to test the solution. As I want to see if the solution actually works, right? That is the last thing. You set up the algorithm and something, then that the process, right? Or the initiation. All right. Errors that result from not following the rules of programming language are called, is it A, logic errors? Is it B, syntax errors? Is it C, runtime error? Or is it D, execution errors? And that is, let's get rid of the numbers, syntax errors. So 54 would be B. Let's move on to 55. Item 55, refer to the following pseudocode. Read A, comma B. If A is greater than 2, C, blah, 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 else C, blah, blah, 6, and dot, right D. What is printed by the pseudocode if the input values are 5 and 2 respectively? Alright, so that's A greater than 2. What is values 5 and 2 respectively. So first, that's a read 5, read 2. If A, so A of 5, which is greater than 2. Yeah, 5 greater than 2, so read 2. There's 6. So that input value. Alright, so that's what I'll go with 14. Alright, so that is 14. Alright, so 56 now. Which of the following statement include loops? Is it A, sequencing, B, repetition? Is it C, selection, or is it D, ordering? Well, the fact that it says loops, it means it will go over and over, right? Like if I go over and over and repeat and repeat. Alright, so let's move on to 57. Which of the following is a characteristic of a high-level machine? Is it A, it's a machine dependent? Also, it uses 3-word commands. It uses English-like statement. It is harder to write than machine language. Wow. It uses English-like statements. So I'll go with C. We're almost at the end, guys. We're almost at the end. We made it to the end. All right, so 58 now. Which of the following statements describe the function of the code above? Is it A, enter 20 countries? B, look up Mr. Gill. B, print the names of 20 countries. C, search for 20 characters in an array, or is it read 20 characters and store them in array? And that is D. All right, so that is D. Let's move on to 59. And we have one more after this, and we are through. All right, guys, thank you guys for being awesome. So Bennett, appreciate you all. I am hoping and praying that most of these will repeat, so you can just run through and you get 60 out of 60. If not, 59 out of 60. And you can get your distinction as you so deserve. Alright, so a compiler is a software that converts, is it A, program to output, B, source code to assembly code, or is it C, source code to machine code, or is it D, program to object code, one instruction at a time? So that is source code to machine code. That's what a compiler does. So it converts from a source code to machine code. And the final one, let's hear it for you guys. Let's get ready to rumble. I want to say, guys, you guys have been awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the comments. Do remember to recommend me to the smallest students who will be in grade 10 and 9 so they can benefit. And remember, this is a maths channel also. So awesomeness is coming. It's coming. It's coming. I can feel it. It's in my bones, guys. I can feel it. This channel is gonna grow and grow and grow. All right. A lot of persons is gonna benefit. So please just introduce them to it. Remember, I start from grade 3 so far. So if you have somebody, a little bit brother or sister, them can still subscribe. All right. I'll deal with the PEP. In the Caribbean, I don't know what your grade 6 exam is, but we deal with the PEP. All right, so a computer programmer is coding an algorithm which calculates the class average in a given exam. He creates a variable called class underscore average. Which data type should he specify when declaring this variable? Is it A, integer? Remember your average can be like this, right? 25. Well, I hope nobody average on this side. So 25.5, right? So it wouldn't be integer, it would be real. Keep it real, guys. Keep it real, Mr. Bennett. Put up that like. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mr. Bennett, appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. And all the best in your exams. All right. Take care. And thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Always remember that. You guys are awesome. Awesome. And all the best in your exam. Just go out and execute. You got this. All right, peeps. You got this. You got this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hope you guys have benefited from my videos. And all the very best. Peace. I'm out. No doubt.